Hey everybody, it's your boy J Dub, and I'm back at it once again. Got a topic we want to talk about today, and it will be, I think it's Microsoft first party studio, Double Fine Productions. We're going to talk about Psychonauts 2, and a lot of Xbox guys are calling it their game of the year. You heard that right, their game of the year. Keep in mind, it is on all platforms. It's on PlayStation, PC, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, PS5, yada yada yada, and it may end up on Nintendo Switch. But this is a conversation we need to talk about. Is that good? Is that bad? We're going to talk about it. Anyway, Metacritic came out, a lot of the reviews came out, and it looks like the game is getting some good reviews. It's sitting about an 86, 87 Metacritic at the moment, with about 47 reviews in. This is really good. This is really good. I guess one puzzling part was everyone will be able to take advantage of this game, play it if they need to. Shout out for Phil and Microsoft putting this game in Game Pass. That's a great option for those Xbox guys. You know, great option. Me, I probably will play it on the PlayStation 5 so I can have the 3D audio, the haptic feedback, and items like that. That makes it the definitive edition. Now, one thing we need to talk about, a lot of fanboys, a lot of Xbox fanboys are calling it their game of the year. Their game of the year. The Xbox game of the year. Not Halo, not Gears, not Forza, but Psychonauts. And that leads me to question this. Is this the best that Microsoft can muster? Is this the best that they can muster in 2021? If the Xbox community is calling this their game of the year, are those standards high enough, or is it just kind of such a low standard where games like Psychonauts, not taking anything away from Double Fine and the work that they've done in this game, but game of the year, I don't know about that. There's a lot of games that deserve it. You got your Resident Evils, you got your Returnals, you got your Ratchet and Clanks, so on and so on and so on, and there's still more games to be dropped. I just don't know if this is what you would call GOTY contender, but you know, given the fact that Microsoft really hasn't produced any high quality games, this, does that tell you that they've given up on Halo or they've given up on Forza, Eraser, being game of the year? I don't know. It's very telling. It's very telling, given the fact that this is a multi-plat game. Multiplats are being treated as Xbox exclusives now. Let that sink in. We are at the time in a day and age where multiplats are considered Xbox exclusives. And I get it. Phil really hasn't produced the type of games that I believe majority of the fans would like, and so therefore these guys are taking whatever they can. That bar is so low, it is what it is. And I recommend you guys going out, whether it's getting a $1 Game Pass subscription, or whether it's going out and buying the PC version, or getting it on PlayStation. Go out, try the game. It may be your cup of tea. I saw some comparisons, guys out there saying that, hey, this game is up there with Ratchet and Clank. This game is better than Ratchet and Clank, or it's in a. And then when people start to compare those games graphically and gameplay wise, it just doesn't pass the sniff test. It is what it is. If you try to go that route, some Xbox fans are going to start, oh, it's the art style. It's just different art styles, and it's like, come on, man. You got 12 T-flops of power. And if this is the best that Phil and Microsoft can muster for your platform, even though it's a multi-plat, knowing everything else, if this is the best that they can muster, then this is a huge problem. We already had the big debacle with Halo, right? With it coming out like a puzzle. It's going to be released in the puzzle state. They're going to, drop it in seasons and pieces. I mean, some of the most basic functionality will be dropped in pieces. That's an issue. But I do have an issue with a lot of great games that are critically acclaimed, that should be considered for Game of the Year. I just don't think Psychonauts is it. I really don't. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see. I hope that Phil comes with Gamescom with some better games that really should be considered GOTY quality. But again, Microsoft hasn't released a GOTY type game since Halo 3, I believe, and that was way back in the 360 era, way back in the glory days. I would like that bar to go higher. I would like some GOTY type games that the industry recognizes, not just a personal perception, but the industry recognizes. We know Microsoft did the Last of Us 2 internal review where they finally came to the conclusion that they wouldn't be able to make that type of game or the type of quality that Naughty Dog was able to put at the budget and given the amount of time. They also said that they weren't able to find anything on PC or consoles that could rival that. So with that being said, when you have guys on Twitter and YouTube making videos saying that this is our game of the year, we finally got a game of the year game, it's like, oh man, Psychonauts 2 is not it. I don't think even Double Fine would even agree with that. But since it's there, we're gonna talk about it. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your comments. What do you think about that? Do you think it is a GOTY quality game? Do you think Microsoft and Phil should get the credit for this game? You have things like the junk coming out, or gunk, I'm sorry, not the junk, but the gunk coming out. You still have Forza Horizon 5, which looks great. Let's see what else they got. The Ascent didn't really cut the mustard. It got a lower Metacritic score in the 60s. But we'll see, man. We'll see. I wholeheartedly disagree that it's a GOTY game. But, when your standards are extremely low, you can't be mad. You can't be that mad. But on another thing, we're going to, I do want to mention about some upcoming things such as Gamescom. We got Gamescom coming tomorrow. Will Phil surprise us with something? Will we get some surprise game that they've been holding on to, they've been hiding something, or they're going to stealth drop something? What surprises could come in store at Gamescom? Could we see some Fable? Could we see some State of Decay 3? Could we see Outer Worlds 2? Could we finally get a release date on Crossfire X, the complete game? Or are they going to show us some more about Avowed or Everwild, or just, what about Hellblade 2? Could they show us a trailer of Hellblade 2 with some actual gameplay? I just want to see something that shows off the power of the 12 T-flops. That's all I'm asking for. I know E3 has come and gone, and all we got to look forward to is your Forzas and your Halos. But I'm looking for something else. Will I try out Psychonauts 2? I will. I'll get a month supply of Game Pass. So I'll go to Taco Bell or Nabisco or some Oreo cookies or something like that. Use my product code, get that free month. Try this game out, see if it's worthwhile. Hopefully it has the ray tracing. Hopefully it has, it's a great visual game. I know some people are saying, oh, it's the art style. It's the art style. But, listen, we can't keep kicking that excuse. We can't keep using that excuse. We did not spend $500 for the world's most powerful console to play art style. I think it's time for us to stop using these excuses. Hold Phil's feet to the fire. We see the debacle with Halo. We see just everything else. I want to see some good quality games. Hopefully Gamescom can tackle that. I can't wait for it. It's tomorrow. We're going to do a live show, so check out Next Gen 720's channel. We will be going live around 1 p.m. Eastern time. Anyway, shout out to you guys. Let me know your comments. Let me know what you think. Do you think that Psychonauts 2, do you think that's GOTY material, or do you think that's all cap? Do you think the Xbox community is actually going to play this game? Do you think it's going to be a lot of engagements on this game? We know games like The Ascent, we know Flight Simulator, and some of the other games that they've released got very little fanfare as far as actual engagements. Got talked about a lot on Twitter, but the engagements was very, very low. If you want to look at a bigger thing, just take a look at Gears Half-Busters. Less than 3% actually booted up the game, which is a huge issue. Anyway, again, thank you for rocking out with me. Let me know your thoughts. Go to my YouTube, subscribe, hit that like button. Appreciate you. Peace.